Hi there. Welcome and thank you for listening to Reality In-Laws. I am MD Kappie. I'm a comic actor, podcaster, and amateur poet. Emphasis on amateur. I am joined here with my sister-in-law, Melissa, who happens to be a guidance counselor. And yes, my guidance counselor. I need it. We are here to break down what 90 Day Fiance reveals about love, culture, psychosis, fighting, and some very questionable life choices at times. Today, we're here to break down Season 12, Episode 15. I can't believe we're at Episode 15. And it's titled, It's Better to Bend Than Break. So here she is. She needs no introduction. The one, the only, Melissa.
Wow.
How are you?
I know I need no introduction, but what
No
an intro.
introduction.
I like what
Yeah?
you did with the intro. Yeah.
Thank you. I knew I'd
listening.
get you. I have a question.
Oh
for you.
boy.
I have a question.
Oh boy, right out of the gate.
I've never heard this term. What exactly is a deodorant auditor?
Wait, you haven't read about this term? Like
No. I'm like, wait a minute, deodorant auditor. So I'm watching it, I'm Googling it, and nothing's coming up. I'm like,
did you really
wow.
Google it?
I did. I did. I'm like, wait a minute. I put it on pause and I'm like, deodorant auditor. I'm like, let me Google this. And it says, no search results. No, nothing.
God.
Because I thought it would be great just to bring it up. Deodorant auditor. What? And have the definition ready.
That's not a real thing.
I thought maybe it, urban slang or something. I thought something would come up.
You know what's really funny? Maybe gotta catch my breath. Maybe it is a real thing.
Yeah, but you know how urban slang, myths, who knows? I don't know.
I'm laughing at you, but basically first off, I'm like Thomas. I don't have a TV, right? And I'm like the kind of person who's like, I don't have a TV. And yet obviously I watch TV.
Yeah,
but,
right?
But I'm like watching it on my monitor. So, I don't get a lot of pop culture references though, because I basically just watched this one show. So, and South Park. And so I would watch South Park and they'd come up with these outlandish things. I can't imagine they thought of how creative. But then I have learned that actually it's real life stuff. It's real pop culture references that I just didn't get. And so maybe the perfume auditor is a real thing.
Deodorant auditor.
I'm sorry, whatever. It's not a real thing. Quality control on the deodorant.
He pulled it out of his ass, so obviously he heard it somewhere. Do you think Thomas could have brought that up? He could have thought that.
He did think it up, for sure.
He drummed it up all on his own, talking to his friend on the beach? Okay.
Yeah, totally. I think he knows he's ridiculous. And he's tired of hearing himself complain about the freaking deodorant.
Great.
Well, I'm a guidance counselor, also a career counselor, right? So,
what would you like to be? I would like to be a deodorant auditor.
So yeah, it's a made up thing.
It's a made up thing.
Okay.
Boy, Thomas made something up, didn't he?
Yeah, you're so funny. What do I do with you? Oh my God.
I was laughing out loud, so loud that Jen was in bed reading. She walks out. She comes around in the hallway and she's like, what is so funny? Because I had to pause. I was hysterical.
Wow. Okay. So that's hilarious that you thought that was real. Let's.
But it just goes to my curiosity. What else? What?
Well, I think it goes to your serious nature of how you take this. You take it really real.
I do. Wait, it must be real. What does it mean? Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. So I can't wait then to hear what you have to say about the rest of this, because I think this episode was really, really good compared to the past few. I think it's the best episode.
I agree.
Since the first, we agree on that.
We agree on that one. The first couple of episodes of the season I thought were really good and tight and all that. But yeah, it kind of lagged the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But this one had a lot.
Yeah, I feel like the narrative has moved forward. Yeah. All right, so we start out with Katie and Josh. The very first thing we see had me cracking up. We see she says they're kissing on the airplane, right? And she's like, "I'm wiping my face on your face." What?
I'm wiping my face on your face. I have no idea.
Did you
usually
Google that?
I don't know. No, I did not Google it. I did not Google it. No. I don't know. I tried to figure out. Every time she speaks, I guess you could call it my infinite curiosity. I try to figure out and make sense of everything she says. And for that one, I could not understand. I'm wiping my face on your face.
It's so peculiar that you try to figure it out.
I try to figure out all of them, but Katie in particular, she says some kind of outlandish things, and I'm not picking on her. Yeah.
I mean, I think she has, she has her OCD diagnosis and maybe other things happening, right? So yeah, I think that's related to that. Like she gets we'll see it coming up. She gets awkward and doesn't know how to handle a situation. And so she says something that is the most inappropriate thing to say. Like, think of the most inappropriate thing to say to your future in-laws on the eve of your wedding when they say, "What do you want in your vows, Katie?" And she says, "I will promise not to sleep with anyone."
No, her exact
Take
words
on
were,
lovers.
Yes, I will try not to get other lovers.
Yes. That's come on, Katie.
In front of 4 parents.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, you couldn't figure out that one. That was just...
Yeah. So we start out with them. They're on the airplane. They come off like they're so jet lagged, but it's a short flight. I don't know. As someone who just got off like a 24-hour flight, I think...
Right. Well, they went from Portland to Oakland, which is really not that far.
So that's comparable.
Yeah, that's comparable to 24 hours on a plane.
But she says she feels dead, but actually she looks really good. I like her look when she's like not all trying to doll up. I thought she looked great. I was like, wow. Yeah, he says the wedding will be cheap, but it won't look cheap. Or she says that. She says that, I think.
She says that. And she says, "I'm not going to have a $500 cake. I'm going to make my own cake."
Right. But I think the wedding will be cheap, but it won't look cheap. It's almost like you can make a double entendre joke about it.
Katie makes a lot of double entendre comments.
But okay, so also they never resolve the open marriage question.
No. And I know I hate to get serious right away, but you brought it up. Thank you. But how can you marry someone a day away and they want an open marriage?
And you don't.
I can't wrap my head around it. And you don't. I mean, if you do, that's fine. You go ahead with it. But he's saying it right in front of the world that he's not good with it. I can't.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's why I added psychosis in my introduction, because that's almost... How do you... I can't explain it. And you and I are great at figuring people out, breaking down things. How can you be get married in 24 hours knowing they want an open effing marriage? Oh, you know what? I'm just going to get married and we'll see what happens. Okay.
I just looked up psychosis. About 3% of people experience it in their lifetime, according to Wikipedia.
Okay. 3%?
It's a very small percentage. Just
very
have the experience.
Small. Wow.
And now you can fact check because that's only Wikipedia, but it's very unlikely that it's psychosis. But it
Psychotic.
is the struggle to tell the difference between what is real and what is not. It is the symptom of a condition. It's not a disease on its own. It's a mental state where a person loses touch with reality. Well, yeah, I don't think he's like really clinically delusional. I think he's spectacular, brilliant, if you will, at compartmentalizing.
He is, but you don't think that's a form of psychosis, thinking that things are going to change?
I think he's more like able to put it in some corner of his brain and do something else.
But as Thomas said to his friend, marriage is permanent, right? So when you get married, you should have it in your head that this is permanent. So you're marrying someone. I still can't wrap my head around it. You're marrying someone. It's permanent. And she just told you she might be bored in 5 years and she's going to want to do other things with other people.
And we all know she's going to be bored in like 5 days.
As soon as they cut the cake.
The $5 cake.
The $5 cake. Yeah. But go ahead, because there's a lot of things, She says nasty things to him like, oh, don't get too butthurt. Okay.
Yeah, it's not nice. Like, I don't get it.
What are we back in 11th grade?
Hey, my 11th graders don't even talk like that.
I'm sure they don't.
So, Josh's family comes. So first they go to her house, right? And then Josh's family comes it looks like to stay with them in the house. Are they all going to stay in the house?
They have their
That's
luggage.
Amazing. Yeah. Okay. So, and they're preparing. And as they prepare, they're making a proper British, situation with the cucumber sandwiches with the crust cut off.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And visions of
strawberries and
strawberries.
cream.
Yeah. So that's sweet. And what did you think of these parents and their thoughts of Josh?
I thought the parents were very nice.
Yeah.
I thought they were very nice and they came with an open mind, but I think they had the idea that everything was wonderful. Because the mother says
British.
They're British.
But I do think you're right. I do think they, it's clear because Josh did say, I feel bad that I've left them, but I also don't want to talk to them about it because I don't want to burden them with how things are not so rosy. So he hasn't told them. And it's interesting because now that I've said that, it's something too that when we get to it, Paula says about her mom. Like she doesn't want to burden them right now with how she's actually having doubts and feeling about it, So that's a relatable feeling. Yeah. Also, that's actually, I'm realizing too, making this connection too between the two of them with Paula and with Josh. Their families are in. Oftentimes, I know you haven't seen a lot of seasons, or any of these weddings before, actually, because we only watched half of season 8 and we never finished that. Yeah. So oftentimes, with these weddings, the foreigners' families aren't there, like what we're going to see with like Annabelle, for example. So it is nice that both he has his family and they're nice. They're
very
flexible.
Nice.
They're not questioning Katie. They have some nice things to say about her. Katie is her own person. She's a force of nature.
She's a force of nature. Yeah.
It's sort of carefree.
Yeah.
So that's a really nice way to sum up Katie.
It's funny how it's produced so well, as we've agreed upon. As soon as the mother says, she's carefree and she's a force of nature, and then it goes right into the vows. They're sitting around the table.
Right.
Well, what kind of vows do you have? And she says, stay with Josh until he's bald, or get other lovers. And then it pans right to the parents' faces, and I'm big on expressions, and that I guess because of their culture, they're so reserved.
Right.
But their eyes told a big story. Like, oh boy, what has Josh got against him?
For sure.
And Josh, if you realize, being in the military, and I love it because being with your mother and your niece and all that, they listen to a lot of it. And when I was in the Army.
Yeah, my mom was
when I was in the Army, but we did train on facial expressions on how to interrogate people.
Oh, yeah? Oh, okay.
And so I watched Josh a lot. Josh, his skin must be crawling because, when you talk to someone and you try to, and you see if they're lying or if they're being just upfront with you. And if you see them swallowing a lot, that means in their mind, they're nervous. Because that's a natural reaction when you're nervous, is to swallow. And he does that about 1,000 times in this episode.
Yeah, well, it's cringy.
It's cringy.
I think that's what in military terms they'd say, cringe.
Cringe. Or FUBAR.
Or FUBAR.
FUBAR.
Gonna Google that?
Yeah, Google that one.
I can't
said
spell
it to
that.
Jen. I said, yeah, FUBAR. Jen, I said it to Jen because we saw it in a movie, and she goes, I'm like, oh, FUBAR. She's like, what is that? I'm like, well, it's a military term, and she immediately Googled it.
Oh, fucked up beyond all recognition.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, well, that is the show.
That is the show.
It says it describes a situation, plan, or piece of equipment that is completely ruined, chaotic, or damaged past the point of repair.
FUBAR.
Okay, which couple today is a FUBAR in this episode?
Edward and Marissa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's fascinating is how when we first started this, they were the fun couple to us.
Yeah.
And now they're the FUBAR.
Yeah, they're FUBAR.
They're FUBAR.
After and they weren't even on the episode for a lengthy amount of time. Maybe it was 5 or 6 minutes. Yeah. It was rough.
There's got to be a way I could watch this in double speed because I couldn't sit through it. It was so tough.
You know how I am. I attach myself to these people because I want to learn about
I know.
them.
I know.
That's why it's called reality TV. It's real, correct? So everyone I come in contact with, everyone I come in contact with, I want to learn about them.
It's just as real as the perfume auditor.
Deodorant auditor. Can we get it right, please?
They're all fake.
They're all fake. Look it up. Okay, we'll go back to FUBAR.
Oh my God, where are we?
Oh,
we're
my
way
goodness.
off the rails.
But
Yes. Go ahead.
But watching Edward and Marissa, I had so much angst because I'm all team Marissa, team Edward, and I just really like Marissa, right? But I was watching her facial expressions, and there's so much angst, and there's a lot of underlying issues along with a lot of underlying anger there. And at this point, whether they get married or not, I don't see it after watching that.
Okay, I have a theory about them, but let's finish Katie first.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, so where are we? So his family's in town, and where are... Oh, what also was interesting about where we left off, which was Katie talking about the vows, which is actually that I believe Josh brings it. No, Josh's father brings it up. His parents bring it up and are like, nowadays, are you going to say to love and obey?
Yes.
Is that antiquated? So I thought it was cool they brought it up. And then Josh's answer, it was so sweet that like everyone at the table, Katie's mom was like, oh, that is the perfect answer.
Yeah.
And and Josh was like, essentially he says, I just want you to know that when everything is said and done, when there's ups and downs and things get really bad, like I'm at your side. Like I got you.
Yeah.
is essentially what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then she follows it up with what you said about wanting to take on extra lovers.
Yeah.
It makes it all the more inappropriate. It's a FUBAR.
It's a FUBAR, but that's why one of the reasons I put psychosis in there, because Josh, I think and I hate to say that about him because I really like him.
Mm-hmm.
How could you be that naive and that delusional when she is not going to stay at your side? She is going to be looking elsewhere. She's already says their sexual life is dull, and she's had the history of being with other people. I don't see it happening, and that's why I think Josh, my friend, is a little bit delusional. I hope it works out for them. I don't. I have no. I would lose a bet.
So you think it's not going to work out?
No, not at all. No way.
What do you mean by that? You think they're going to like not make it through 2 years? Will they make it through the 2-year mark?
No.
Huh.
I absolutely see them getting married, and Josh is obviously he's all in. And even Katie says, I love him and I want to be with him. But, there's going to come a point in time with, I think way before the 2 years, I give it maybe a year, maybe even less. They're going to be out, and she's just going to be so frustrated, either sexually or emotionally with him. And she's always seeking something out, whether it's validation. I'm not really sure. I haven't figured out why she has the compulsion to make out and be with other people yet. I don't know.
It is funny how she does these things and then kind of like gives labels to it that I wouldn't normally ascribe to those things.
Yeah.
So like her making out compulsion is like OCD, which I wouldn't normally associate or
Me
think
either.
that that's what it is, right? It's all the things like she says she's bossy.
Yes.
But actually, it's not even that she's ordering people around as much as she is just so overwhelmed.
She's overwhelmed.
She doesn't know how to interact. It's like the day before her wedding. Now they're setting up decorations in what appears to be a school. Like I work at a school. We went to school this week. I just started school again, and that looks like a school billboard. But I don't know if it's a church or what. Where is this wedding?
It either looked like a school or a local AmVet hall.
Yeah, she's ordering the family around. Josh's parents are such good sports. Oh my goodness.
Really good sports. Really good
She lines them up, gives them each a job that she's making up on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
There's no clipboard. There's no task list. There's no actual direction. And then she gets annoyed at Josh for leaving with his friend to go to the party.
Well, we have to back up a few steps.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay.
She got annoyed with him because she said, I want your opinion on the stringer lights.
Yeah.
And what do you think? He's like, it's fine. And she goes, no, I want your opinion. And he goes, well, I'm giving you my opinion. It's fine. And then
he says yes, almost like he doesn't have an opinion. It's just her opinion. He pulls an Edward because Edward does a sort of the same thing with Marissa.
Yeah, it's a little of a passive aggressive, a little.
Yes.
In that realm.
But this seems less warranted than that because she's so last minute that any reasonable person would be like, I don't have a fucking opinion. Just put up the freaking lights or whatever it is, and there's no time for. But
she says, "I want your opinion," and then they cut to Josh alone, and he says, "Well, maybe she could ask Ryan."
Yeah, he likes to make jokes about this.
He does. So that's kind of a passive aggressive thing. Right?
Yeah, so I don't know if it's delusional. Maybe he the way he's making the jokes. I think he thinks it's funny. I think he thinks it's funny.
I think he thinks it's funny, but also, there's so much truth in comedy.
Right.
I think he's trying to be funny, but he's actually telling people how he feels.
Right. Well put.
Yeah. Thank you.
And also my guidance counselor.
Hey, I would not be sitting here explaining how I feel about things without your guidance.
What I'm saying is you're giving me the guidance.
Ah.
I feel like we're totally not on the same page today. This is awesome.
It's awesome.
So
yeah. You want to talk about the
Yes.
stag do?
So even before the stag do, when the friend comes in, the friend is like a Katie lookalike.
Oh yeah, right? Yeah,
The red hair, and he even says, "Oh, we go out for a drink or two, and then we just end up getting totally, totally hammered."
yeah, we wind up at 3:00 in the morning. Yeah,
Yeah. So
being
that's
smashed.
interesting.
Very
I mean, look, I have
interesting.
thoughts about the stag party. They show them on the I guess, coming attractions.
Yeah.
Right? For the stag party. And he's in some kind of drag. And look, these are my thoughts about this. Like, when people who don't usually dress in drag to be funny, I don't find it funny.
No.
I just I just not into that. But it's a very British thing. Like, I don't know. Are you familiar with with pantomime?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I wasn't not like the pantomime, doing. I'm saying like a lot, like I'm back at school with the children. Not the kind of pantomime that is people not talking, but British pantomime, a kind of a play that they do.
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Oh, see, this is kind of new to me in the last few years, just because
I'm an actor, lady.
Yeah, okay, with British people who are doing this pantomime thing. But part of the British pantomime is, much to my surprise, because I signed up to do it with some teachers, thinking I was signing up to do miming, like French miming. Like, okay. But actually, it's a weird play in which men are dressed in drag.
It's different,
and it's so obnoxious. Oh my God, I can't.
It's very obnoxious.
It's like, I can't. But that's what this stag thing reminds me, to me. I don't know.
I got kidnapped by mimes once, and they did unspeakable things to me.
Oh my God, Kappie. Kappie.
Okay.
Would you like to go to Mallorie and Rașit?
I would. Yeah.
Okay.
I would.
So I could imagine what your thoughts on this one. So they are 25 days to wed. The timelines are super off. Some people are 2 days to wed, off. 1 day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So she takes him to do some, boat captaining, and she gets him a captain hat, and he likes the way he looks in it.
Yeah.
And they go on what he calls a dinghy, and they drive away, and it's a nice gesture for them to have this conversation.
Very nice.
And
it was beautiful.
She's like, I didn't want to hurt you. And he says, yeah, but you do.
You did.
And she starts crying. And it seems so genuine. That she didn't want to hurt him. So he repeats his ultimatum. If you don't want to baby, I'm going to go back to Turkey and we break up, he says.
But he even reiterated that he misses Turkey. He misses the boat. How I looked at it, I didn't see it at first, but they were making a deal. They were making a relationship deal.
So they are making a deal. I can't wait to hear what you think about this deal.
Well, at first I was like, wow, look at them, compromising, and Mallorie compromising, and Raș, because I thought Raș was ready to run. But they make this, and in my eyes, it wasn't that difficult. Especially after she says, I can't picture my life without you. I don't want my life without you.
Right.
So, I mean, you're talking about something that's so when you say that to someone, you are being uber vulnerable. Because when you're so in love with someone, it's hanging on a cliff sometimes, because that person that you love so much could be the person that breaks your heart.
Right. Listening to you, you're like such a romantic. To offer a counterpoint, it's like the counterpoint is it's a failure of imagination to not imagine yourself without that person.
A failure of, okay. I got you.
You know what I mean? Like, you can be with so many, the royal you must be with my sister, but in general, you, the great you out there, can be with anybody.
I don't necessarily disagree with you, Melissa. I don't. I think there's a lot of people out there that could be coupled and it would work fine. I do. That's why I don't really believe in like soulmates and all that stuff. Like, I was destined to be with just that particular person. Jen and I, we make a good match, and we're great together. But I see your point. I just happen to overly romanticize things.
So, okay, let's talk about this deal.
Yeah.
So the deal and then let's say what the deal is, and then I want to get your take on it. So the deal essentially is that she will consider having children, and they can revisit the conversation in 2 years. She's open. Mm-hmm. She's not a closed door. And he will not sign the prenup.
He said no signature, right? So she knew that was about the prenup. Yeah.
Right.
She did hesitate. She did hesitate, but yeah.
That's the deal. Do you think it's a fair deal, or do you think someone comes out better? Someone gets a windfall here.
I think Raș makes out on the deal.
How so?
Well, on the romantic side of me, Mallorie wins because she doesn't want to lose him. But when you talk about it in a literal sense, Raș makes out because he's getting what he wants. In 2 years, they're gonna revisit the baby issue, and he doesn't have to sign the prenup. So in his mind, she's not going to think about the divorce and all that stuff. So I think Raș makes out in the literal sense. And I never have straight, easy answers for you in the literal sense, but the romantic sense, Mallorie wins.
Yeah, I think I totally actually agree there. But I also think he gets he gets the two things he wanted, right? The reconsidering of the kids, and also he's not going to sign the prenup. But he also missed an opportunity because in a way he doesn't get what he wants. Like, he thinks, because he doesn't understand, he thinks that not signing the prenup means that, number one, on the romantic side, she's all in with him. Mm-hmm. And number two, that her premarital assets then become his or half his, or, they share it. But actually, that's not the case. He actually could have done better arranging the prenup with her.
He could have, but
more favorably.
I don't think that's where his mind is at. I think he's just so in love with her, and he doesn't want to think about divorce, splitting up. He's not thinking. I understand what you're saying, and you're absolutely right.
And you're right too. Oh my gosh, we're both right.
He could have. We're both right. He could have really stacked the deck in his favor. No, totally. No pun intended about boats, but he could have. But his mindset is just, I just want to be married. I don't want to think about divorce. I want to be with you forever. Marriage is permanent.
No, it's not. Oh, he thinks it is.
Yeah. Well, he didn't say it. Thomas.
He thinks it is.
Yeah.
Oh, Thomas. Oh, mm-hmm. Thomas.
Yeah.
Thomas. All right. So
where's my deodorant?
How about Debby and Mito? Do you want to jump to Debby and Mito?
I don't want to even go near them.
Oh my God, I love them. I used to be so hard to watch them sometimes.
Oh, cringeworthy.
I don't know. Sometimes I just go back and forth between thinking she's in on this whole thing, this
Yeah.
lavender marriage or marriage of convenience or whatever
Yeah.
this is, or to he's playing one over on her. But never do I think, oh, this is like a really good relationship.
No, this is
You
not a
know?
healthy relationship.
It's just never there. But, I learned a lot about it by meeting
Okay.
this son. It started to make
Yes.
some sense to me. You
Hmm.
too?
Yeah.
Now, this is, like, honestly, it's just a treat for me to watch this. Like, they're getting ready for the wedding.
Yeah.
And the wedding's the next day. He's putting the eye patches under his eyes. He's, he's like, I'm ready for the photographer tomorrow.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And it's such a strange scene.
Strange
He's
scene.
like, how do I look? She's like, good. He says, not good. Great. Tomorrow.
Great. Tomorrow.
She's like, you're freaking out the dog.
Yeah, I know, a little bit. And you know what's funny is a little bit, I notice he goes near me. The little bit goes near Mito.
Yeah.
Me do.
Mm-hmm. So I think he walks around with steaks in his pockets.
Probably. He's got little treats.
That's my only explanation.
Yeah, so she's sitting on the bed with all the Louis Vuitton bags, and I'm like, wow, she must have money because those bags are expensive.
Oh, I don't know. I don't notice bags.
Oh, the Louis Vuitton bags, they were all over the bed. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they're like his. Maybe they're knockoffs.
Could be. Yeah, I don't know.
I think they're
can't
probably
tell
real.
the difference.
What do I know?
Probably.
I have no idea.
Me either. None. I will have to
That's
get
like
Jen's.
something.
We'll have to ask Jen.
That's my sister's expertise. So she tells him, the whole thing about her friends. Really, it would be better if he could just talk to them. And he's like, yeah, I'm never going to talk to your friends.
No, that's a done deal. Never, ever, ever.
Those boxes of frogs. I'm never going to talk to them.
Boxes of frogs.
And then
Lara
she
and
says,
Astra.
Yeah. And then she's like, Caden was asked if he could work tomorrow. And Mito says, what kind of son doesn't come to doesn't come to his own mother's wedding?
Yeah.
And he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
No.
And it's weird. Okay. It's just strange because we never knew that he existed. And now all of a sudden it's a non-negotiable that she's not going to get married without his presence.
Yes.
And he comes out of nowhere. It's a really bad plot device on their part. They didn't even lead up to him.
No.
We didn't know he existed.
No,
so,
he was never even brought up in a sentence.
Right.
No.
Right. And now all of a sudden, he's like the apple of his mother's eye, and which is fine. It is the son.
But he comes with a big presence.
Does he? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get there. So the next morning, they're getting ready to leave for the wedding, and he's like, oh, but I'm not ready yet. And he looks in the mirror and he's practicing his I do's.
I know. And he's like, I do.
And she laughs because it's funny to her. She always laughs at his awkward things that he's doing.
Uh-huh.
All right. So he's practicing getting married, and for the cameras. Devin has had enough of this. She comes in, it's like, are you two divas ready?
The two divas, that was funny. I like Devin. She's funny.
She's hilarious. And I love how they play her off like she's the third wheel, but she's so good. Of course Devin has to be there. She's like the chaperone.
She's the chaperone. She probably keeps them in line. Well, no one keeps them in line, but I like Devin.
And then in their interview, they ask, are they ready for their wedding? And Debbie's like, yeah, he's ready, especially for the sex. Why does she keep bringing it up?
I don't know. And then he's like, oh, now? And he's like, trying to intimate that he's taking his shirt off and there's no one behind us. Let's do it now. Yeah, he's a joke. I'm sorry.
It's so bizarre. And then then they flash to, they're having, they're at the hotel and they're having a little meal. He's having some fruit, and Devin's having some fruit. She's eating some French fries.
Yeah.
She gets a message, and he has arrived. The sun is coming. And I just get the feeling that she's one of those moms who favors the son over the daughter who's present, and he has not been present and hasn't met. Apparently lives pretty close, right?
Yeah.
But hasn't met Mito yet.
No.
So I guess, I don't know. I guess reading between the lines.
I agree with you. No, I agree with you. I think she favors the son. Yeah.
And it seems like he's not super on board with this, I would think. Not super excited for this.
No, well, first of all, he looks very unhappy just to be there. But
he's so deadpan. He is absolutely flat. He's like a handkerchief.
His affect. That's very good. It's like a handkerchief. A handkerchief, though, has some substance to it, especially if you use it for.
I don't know, but he's flat. He's a flat guy.
Well, at first, when you first see him, I was like, "Wow, is this Tom Cruise coming in to give him acting lessons?" Because he's like a tall, kind of handsome guy, and
that's funny.
But he doesn't crack a smile.
No, he just comes in. So it's really interesting because they hug, right? And Debbie's so excited to see him. Her whole face lights up. I haven't seen her so excited.
No.
But it's like Caden pulled a Mito. He did that whole surprise thing.
Yes.
That Mito did coming into the States, where Debbie wasn't sure and she wasn't sure. Is he coming? Is he coming? And then he does come and she's so happy. And I swear to God, like that's just what Caden did.
He did. He pulled it off. Yeah.
He did it. So I'm like, okay, so she's into this. This is something she's created around her, surrounds herself with.
Are some
what is going on here?
Yeah, there are some people. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but there are some people, and it really doesn't have a title, but they're just drawn to the chaos and the drama, and they live in it. And I think Debbie is like that.
But this particular surprise, and we'll get to Paula, it's so much different from the surprise that her family did, right? This particular kind of surprise where they get her so worked up over it and then come through at the end and look like, oh, the hero, like, did her dad do it? Or I'm like, or is that, that a surprise that her ex-husband did, where it's kind of this thing that Caden is repeating and then, she's attracted to it in Mito. Very strange. Very strange.
So
and
she says, go ahead, please.
She says, I was going to strangle you. I thought you weren't going to come.
Yeah.
Just like with Mito, it is the same freaking thing.
Same dynamic.
Yeah, same dynamic. And it's funny because Mito hugs him as kind of like, hi, bro, something like that. And,
hi, bro.
And then Caden's like, yeah, absolutely. And she kind of shakes his hand, like almost like he's in an interview. Absolutely, he keeps saying. Very monotone, very strange.
There's a couple, before we continue on, Caden, there's a couple of observations I had on me do. He looks happy.
Yes.
He's not giving Debbie the business like he was in the past. He's joking around and things like that. And he's super affectionate all of a sudden.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's holding her hand and... I mean, what a stark difference from just a week ago.
So these are the options, right? Like either it's cut this way, he's been acting this way, but we've never seen it. They're leading our eye astray.
Possible.
Or he is, he's engaged in power dynamics with her.
Yeah.
And he's giving her a nice patch right now. Or he's pretending the whole thing, which is also what's going on, I think. But he's controlling. He's very
controlling,
right? So I think that he's got to give a little, right?
I don't even think he thinks that deeply. I just think I think we're giving him way too much credit. Well, you are, not me. But yeah, I don't think he's that crafty. I just think he thinks he's so charismatic that he wins people over, but he really doesn't.
So, his job is to win Caden over. And like, it's so funny because Caden's like, so, tell me the story about, how you got the ring. And
well, Debby says it. Oh, Mito, tell Caden how the proposal, because she shows the ring.
That's true. Right. She shows the ring and he's like, it's good stuff, man. Absolutely.
Good stuff. Yeah.
What's with the absolutely? It's like he is not quite there, present. It's very strange.
Very strange.
So then when Mito tells the story, it's like,
boy, if looks can kill.
Yeah. Well, I don't even think it's like looks could kill as much as Caden being like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What is this story I'm hearing?
Like,
it's like you're hearing like a horror story, like something out of the macabre. And you're looking at someone like, are you serious right now?
And then he says to the camera, like, I'm protective of my mom. But I'm like, is he? Because he hasn't been there.
I had the same reaction. I'm like, yeah, we haven't seen you. You haven't. Yeah, I'm not really buying it.
So well produced. So funny. So then Mito and Caden, they have their alone chat. And Caden is trying to be big man. And he's like,
yeah,
when you get your license or your citizenship or however this works in the real world, like, are you going to get a job or are you going to be a slouch on the couch?
Slouch on the couch.
Is that like a New Orleans thing? Have you heard that before?
I have no idea. And no, I did not Google it.
Because most people say couch potato. Oh, you didn't
couch
Google
potato.
it. No. So, because it's a real thing, a slouch on the elf on the shelf, a slouch on the couch.
I have never heard of slouch on the couch.
No, I haven't either. I got to play with you. So Mito says, well, I'm going to be an actor. And Caden's like, well, yeah. And I wanted to play baseball.
Yes. And I wanted to play baseball. So yeah, take that.
So he's like, hey, future stepdad, let me tell you how life works. There's a fine line between what you want to do and what you have to do to put food on the table.
Yeah.
And Mito says,
I have
to
a
the
plan
camera.
B.
Yeah. It's so funny. You're right. He does.
He says I have a plan B. And I'm like this. I went like this. I'm like, oh my God, he's got a plan B. He's going to go work at 7-Eleven or something. But I thought it was going to be something, like a regular job. I really did. He had me hooked for a second.
Oh, you're so cute.
I'm so cute. Naive. More like naive. I'm like, oh shit, he's going to come out with something like, normal.
Look, he's got a music. I can't even say it. I'm so excited. He's got a music video.
I wrote this song and I'm going to put it on YouTube and okay. Oh God.
We need to see this video. When are we going to see this video?
I don't know. I haven't researched it.
Maybe his agent will put it out there.
His agent. Who's his agent?
That guy who was like, yeah, I'll be your agent once you actually take acting lessons and learn to act.
Yeah. Yeah. The agent that called him hot.
So, oh my God. So I guess, they make a gentleman's agreement, some kind of patriarchal, like, do me a favor, man. I'm the only guy in my mom's life right now. And take care of her heart and take care of her heart and make sure she's safe. And Mito agrees, bro.
Yeah.
And that's that.
Yeah. And then he's like, oh yeah, you're my best friend now.
Yeah. And Caden's like, holy shit, this is weird.
Very weird. You're my best friend now? Go F off, buddy.
Well, it's not going to be Astra and Laura.
No.
None of those people.
No, so but speaking of just to put a little bow on this, Caden Caden's facial expressions towards me though were
none.
I mean, you wouldn't want to play poker with Caden.
You really wouldn't actually.
No, you would not.
He actually might be a tough cookie.
No, he looks very tough, and he looks very tough.
It's funny because I always think that Annabelle will be so easy to play poker with. She just cannot hide what she is expressing.
No, oh God, no, she does not. No.
We start out, and actually, let's go to them, right? Because we're starting out, and they're packing to go to the mountains to get married.
The Smoky Mountains. Let's go to the Smoky Mountains.
It's very exciting, very interesting. And he packs his football socks because he wants to get married in his football socks.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, that's great. She likes him.
Annabelle likes Shea?
She really likes him. Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. She likes the football socks. She's down to go to the mountains. She's like, what's the difference between a hillbilly and a redneck? Which
she's I think I'm marrying a redneck. Yeah. Yeah, what's the difference? Is there different levels of hillbillies and rednecks? Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, well, are you okay?
Yeah, no.
So, no.
I'm dying over the I'm dying.
Look, I'm just going to go on.
I'm dying
I only have
because
limited time to do this, so we're just going to go on.
Yeah, just keep going. Save yourself, Melissa. Save yourself. Well, I'm dying because I'm looking at my notes and the canoodling on bed, and I'm like, oh God! Every time they're on, they always show them doing some sort of physical act. Right?
I think the producers are like, hey, just, do your thing. And they're like, yeah, we will.
Look at this bed. Check out the bed. Hey, baby, come lay on the bed with me, baby. Oh, if he says baby one more time, I am going to puke.
Yeah, I know you keep saying that, but I hardly notice it.
Oh, he even said when they're speaking, and she's like, yeah, everything will be all right. I don't know, yeah, it'll be smooth sailing, baby. Smooth sailing.
I actually think I don't hear what he said. Like, I don't understand what he says. So I just don't hear it.
He kind of, I don't want to say, well, because of his accent, maybe.
Yeah.
You don't hear it?
Yeah, his accent. It's very hard to understand. I understand her.
I'm locked into Shea.
I get the foreigners better than her, than him. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So what's really great is, look, I'll say this also, like I called it. I said that the daughter that we haven't met, Madison, is going to turn out to be a gem. And she is.
Oh, what a sweet young lady.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. So all the kids come together. We have Abigail coming from Connecticut who has not yet met Mommy Belle.
Nope.
Madison's coming. That's the daughter from Nicole, who they set her up to be such a bitch. She's a kid. She's just a kid. And she's the nicest person around.
She was so
sweet.
So
far.
So far.
Right? Yes. Allison comes with her boyfriend, Jonathan. She's got her kids.
Yeah.
And then Madison and Haley come. I'm not sure who is Haley, but she comes. And
the niece. Haley
is the niece.
Okay. She has blonde hair. She's the niece of Shea. Yeah.
Okay. So the niece, Haley, comes, seems cool. And Annabelle's decorating.
Yeah.
And Madison's like, hey, can I help you? So sweet.
Yeah.
She's like, there's a bride decorating for her own wedding.
I know. Oh, yeah, they were putting things on the mantle.
Yeah.
I thought it was very sweet.
Mommy Belle says, I was nervous to meet you. Madison's like, yeah, I've heard from the family about some drama going on and I heard a little about it. And even if you and my mom have differences, it's not going to change anything. I'm cool with you.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to celebrate with you guys.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened with you and my mom, but I am my own person.
Yeah.
Good
I was
for
like,
you,
wow.
Madison.
I was like, good for you, Madison. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that kid. Once
Madison
again,
rose
on 90
right
Day
to the
Fiance,
top of the charts.
Yes. And once again, we have on this program the child showing the adults how to behave.
I know.
Because those adult children suck.
They do.
We'll get there.
We'll get there, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So then Jeff and Lindsay come, those friends that we met earlier on in the season, and the whole crew take the trolley to the skylift, and they go to some park on the hill.
Yeah, which is beautiful. It looks beautiful.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it looks really nice. And it was funny to see the two of them on the skylift because it was totally like about to capsize.
Wasn't that funny? It was...
It was so my cousin Jimmy and my sister as kids when we were
that's
upstate.
Funny. Yeah.
And they're on the one of those, boats that you have to pedal with your feet.
Oh, like a paddle boat?
Yeah. Yes. And Jimmy is like sinking in the water and Jen is up in the air. It was just like that. So funny.
It was swinging because Shea's obviously a lot heavier than Annabelle. It was funny. And then she's like, "Oh, I might have a heart attack or puke on this thing." And he's like, "Well, that'd be a big problem, baby, if you had a heart attack on this thing."
Oh my gosh. And I'm sure that Shea's older two daughters, not Madison, were thinking, yeah, we hope he does have a heart attack on this thing.
Oh, yes.
Then we could get all his money.
Yeah. Before the will is changed.
Yep. So when later that night they're around the campfire and Abigail's kind of beats around the bush for about 2.5 seconds before she says it.
That. Yeah.
Right. And then Nicole jumps in and she's like, "Look, what we're worried about is not getting your money, Dad."
Yeah.
All right. So there it is, right there out in the open.
Right out there in the open. And, you have to give Shea a little prop here because he said, well, I think it's, really up to the husband and wife. Annabelle's going to need a place to live if something happens to me.
Yeah, this is my wife here. And
it's my wife.
This is not the kid's place. He literally put her in the place. Like, this is not your place.
This is not your place. You're out of line. He didn't say that, but that's what the underlying tone was.
He does say it's not your place. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, Annabelle's sitting there it's the night before her wedding.
Yeah.
And this is terrible. And she's just sitting right next to them. And she says to the camera, like, "Look, I have a good life in the Philippines and I'm not in it for Shea's money. I don't need his money."
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of life she had in the Philippines,
I don't know
how good
either.
it was, not good at it. We just don't know. But she doesn't need this. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel for her.
I feel for her because there's a lot of extra people in Shea's life. I mean, what does he have? About 14 kids? And they all have opinions, and I don't know. I kind of feel bad for Annabelle, but Shea's kind of holding his own at the moment by saying, it's up to the husband. Yeah.
Ups and downs. Like, it's good that Shea had her back there, but at the same time, because his response was actually appropriate, but at the same time, it's like she was nervous about meeting Madison. She meets her, things go well. Then this other daughter, Abigail, brings this other stuff up about the will, and it's like, come on, like cut her some break here.
Yeah.
Why at this moment? What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's a FUBAR. It's a FUBAR.
That's a FUBAR. Yeah, and I mean, we could get into why people in general, buy homes and they leave it for their kids and all that stuff. To bring it up the night before a wedding, you would think, and I know it's a program and it's just a TV show, but it's you bring it up maybe with your dad alone.
Totally. Absolutely. Yeah. This is an alone conversation.
It's an alone it's a one-on-one conversation. It's not. We
see this all the time on these kinds of shows, like where they have these conversations about the prenups and things, in front of everybody. And you're like, what the fuck are you people thinking?
Yeah.
And maybe they're like, hey, this is a family conversation here. Let's just bring it up. Let's not have a side conversation. Let's get it out in the open.
Yeah.
This is how we do things. But so bad. Poor Annabelle.
Yeah, poor Mama Belle. Obviously, we're going to be seeing a wedding between Shea and Annabelle very soon. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I totally am. I think she looks
me
like
too.
Well, here's a question.
Yeah.
Oh, should I ask the question now? I'll just say it. I think she looks like her dress is the best of the season so far.
Yeah.
I really, when they show her putting that dress on in the next episode, she looks so good. And yeah, she did.
Yeah. I thought she looked wonderful.
This couple.
They're growing on me, Shea and Annabelle.
Yes.
Because I don't know if you remember I know. I didn't want to like them. But I hated them for weeks.
Yeah.
But like last night I'm like, I think I'm really I wouldn't mind being at the reception.
Oh, that would be a fun wedding.
Oh boy, in Gatlinburg. First of all, it looked beautiful there. I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're right. She looked the best.
Yeah, it's funny how the tables turn there for us.
Yep.
I think the combination of things. I'm like, why did it turn? Maybe it's a combination of things. Maybe one is because we're seeing him stick up for her.
Yeah.
And we're seeing that she can have a life there. It might work out, like it's possible. But also it could be that I am able to see him now through her eyes.
Yeah.
And when you see somebody through the eyes of like someone who loves them, it's different.
It's much different.
It's like parent-teacher conferences. You see the parents come in and you're like, oh.
Yeah, but remember all the conflict they had. It apparently has all dissolved between Nicole and all that drama. So yeah, I think there's actually a lot of love between Annabelle and Shea.
Oh, the drama between between Annabelle and Shea, not necessarily the kids, but between the two of them. Yes. Unlike, to contrast that with Josh, their issues haven't resolved. They're just ignoring them.
They're ignoring them. Yes.
We do this. Lots of times we ignore issues as a people.
We do.
For example, we ignore health issues. We don't go to the doctor or the dentist. We ignore the toothache or whatever. We ignore the number on the scale, or we ignore when people maybe don't seem like they're good people, but we think, oh, we just kind of ignore our gut. We ignore that funny feeling. All kinds of things we ignore. So,
and I think it's a very simple answer. Continue, please, guidance counselor.
Oh, no. Go ahead. What's the answer? How is it simple?
I think it's very simple because everything revolves in relationships, and even if the relationship with yourself, if you have an ache, like you're saying, a toothache or something, it's a hard conversation because you don't want to go to the dentist, you don't want to go to the doctor because you may hear something unpleasant. Or if you're in a relationship, you don't want to have the hard conversation. It's so much easier to have a hard conversation and get the truth out than to have to live with the unknowing. So you'd rather just, like you said, you just ignore it because most people don't want to deal with uncomfortable conversations with themselves or with other people. That's my Kappie's Corner. Pen drop, not a mic drop, pen drop.
So dramatic, Kappie. No, you're right. That was riveting. Absolutely riveting.
Oh,
okay.
I got a riveting out of my kid sister. It's great. I love reality TV. Thank you so much for turning me on to reality TV. It's great. It's right up my alley.
Well, you have some kind of psychosis where you think reality TV is real.
Exactly. I'm very delusional.
Like, I think you think you're going to these weddings.
Yeah, I go to the mailbox every day with my little key, open it up. I'm like, there's no invitation. Where's my invitation?
Aw.
I know.
One day.
One day
You'll open your mailbox. There will be a tiny little suitcase, and attached will say, "You're invited. We're manifesting this tiny wedding for you."
Yeah. Well, it's not going to be Thomas and Paula, I could tell you that.
Oh, wow. Okay, what's your prediction for Thomas and Paula?
Absolutely
I'm going to write
not.
it. They're
Absolutely
not getting married.
No. And I was thinking of you. We'll have to get into it. But when she's standing on the little podium in her wedding dress, another one that's in their wedding dress doubting the wedding.
Well, I always say, yes, we always see that. But also, once they put on the dress in front of their family, no less, they want to get married. They get married.
Yeah,
and she puts on.
I get it.
She puts on two dresses.
Yeah.
She's so extra.
She's extra.
But in the best of ways.
In the best of ways, yes, not negative. But there was a secret that came out that I think she has a lot of other pressures involved.
Okay. Wait, what's the secret?
That she was married before.
Oh, that's not a secret. That was a secret?
I didn't think that was brought up.
Oh, I knew that somehow.
You knew that?
Yeah. I guess when she invited me to the wedding, she told me that. Oh, you didn't get invited?
No.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
I didn't get the invite.
I don't know if I read it or if it was on the show. I'm sorry. I didn't tell you. Yeah, she was married before.
Well, maybe I'm thinking because how the mother said it. The mother looked very sad when she said, well, she got divorced before. And I felt bad for the mom because she looked kind of sad.
Yeah, but also I think the mom was sad because she wasn't included in whatever went down with that wedding. It was as though Paula got married and didn't really tell the family, and the family wasn't involved. And so it's very important to this very close-knit family and a traditional family, Brazilian family, and they're coming. Like I said, it's not common where the whole family comes in like this. The foreign family comes in for the wedding, but they all come in, and it's very meaningful for everybody. Yeah, it's sweet.
Yes,
it's very nice.
It is.
And
what did you think when the sister showed up? I'm going to tell you what I thought. When the sister surprisingly showed up at the...
What did you think?
Another person in that small apartment.
Well, I think she was like, what's going on in that apartment? I think she's going to stay in a hotel. This sister, I can relate to. This sister was like, hey, I'm not going to come till the very last minute because I don't want to live in that small apartment with all the family.
Absolutely. Yeah. Uh-huh. Great. As soon as I
totally
saw her.
Get it. Was this before we got on air, so to speak, you were saying to me that there was a scene that really got you. Was this the scene, or was it Mallorie and Rașit?
It was Mallorie and Rașit. When they compromised, they made the deal. Yeah. And she gets on a knee, and I'm not going to lie to you, a tear came to my eye.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was beautiful.
It was beautiful. Yeah.
I think they have a really profound love for each other.
It's interesting because as I sort of noted when we were talking about the deal that they made, I guess the beauty in it wasn't lost on me. I saw the beauty, but I was also like, man, Rașit, like you could have gotten more out of this. You could have.
Yeah.
I could have negotiated a better prenup for you.
Yeah. Yeah, you were thinking of that angle, and I was just being present in the moment of just watching the two of them.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And it was quite lovely. It was.
But and then this moment here with Paula, I thought was also beautiful and could have been the moment for you, that teared you up. Because I thought this was quite sweet. And maybe that's just because the sister came in, and I think like, gee, it would have been nice if I came in from overseas and surprised you on your wedding. But
well, you know why it didn't it didn't affect me because Paula didn't really seem that moved by it.
Oh, I
when
thought
she
she
saw her sister.
was.
She was. She looked
Aw.
happy. She looked happy,
She
but
was like, champagne for everyone. My sister is here. I thought that was so sweet.
it was sweet. Yeah. Yeah. Mallorie
sweet.
and Rașit hit me harder than
No,
the
I
sister.
get it. I get it. And that makes sense for you. I hear you.
For me. Yeah.
That's very Kappie. Mm-hmm. And it just really touched me. And, sisters.
Sisters, yeah. And maybe because you have a sister, so you identify with it.
So this dress on her, what are your thoughts? The first dress.
I think I like the first one. First of all, Annabelle's dress was so nice. I haven't really. Mallorie's first dress was nice, I think. I thought the first one was nice.
Yeah.
I'm
not. I didn't love them, but I like her.
No, me either.
And I can see why she liked.
Yeah.
I can see why she would like them. It's her style. Just not my style, maybe, but it's funny for me to even give any kind of commentary on a dress.
Me too. Being a man, I don't think I'm qualified, but I like the back.
Of course you can. It's not about gender, for crying out loud.
No, I know,
Kappie.
but I like I would like to say, because they showed the back of the dress in the mirror in back of Paula, and I like the back of it. It was like full of lace and strings and stuff. I thought it was really pretty. So you know what? I'll go with the first dress.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll say yes to that dress.
Say yes to that one. Okay. She says yes to both. I'll take two.
I'll take two.
And I really don't understand also, right? You're right. Putting on the dresses and not being sure. It's so funny.
Know. I even went as far as to ask Jen. I said, Jen, we're watching these programs, your sister and I, and these women, they put on the dresses and they're standing in front of their family, but they're cutting to the production saying, I have so many doubts. And I asked your sister, I said, did you have a doubt when you put the dress on? Is that a normal thing? Because you always hear about people getting cold feet, marriage is supposed to be permanent, lifetime, all this. Am I really that sure? All these things running around your head. And she's like, no.
I think these producers are really good at what they do.
Oh, yeah. Without question.
They almost act like a diary. I actually think that not to toot my own horn, but as a counselor, like people always tell me things. I'm in that role, right? Where people easily confide in me, even if they don't know I'm a counselor. I think I would be so good at this. TLC,
you would
just
be.
Saying. With the different cultures and stuff.
I think both of us, well, you with the culture, you're much, much more culturally savvy than I am.
And I like to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah. And I think what we're both good at, our strengths are similar. They're aligned, and people gravitate towards people that are just really good listeners. And you and I are really good listeners.
Because people like to talk. Especially these people. These people.
Oh, yeah.
They like to talk. Oh, my God. Speaking of which, okay, Thomas, hilarious. Even in the beginning.
Hilarious.
So in the next section, right, in their next segment, he's with his friend Xavier. But even before he gets there, like, actually, he announces to the whole family, like, I am going to the gym.
I am going.
And the beach. It's so funny. Okay, Thomas.
He has to make that proclamation. I am leaving.
He proclaims it, and he goes to the beach gym. And I just think, of course, Thomas goes to a free gym. Of course.
Of course. Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. I think it looks awesome. I love an outdoor gym. But I'm like, of course. And then he kvetches to his friend Xavier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the deodorant auditor. I can't even say it.
Deodorant auditor.
He's just being funny, Kappie. It's not a real
thing. But he wasn't being funny. He was actually serious about it.
I think he has some awareness of how annoying he is.
You think so?
I think this shows that he does.
Okay.
He's like, I don't want to be that annoying guy. God, he does sound so whiny. Totally like from the Californians.
Yeah, he does.
So funny. I never understood that skit, that Californian skit on SNL. I'd like want to skip it, but now I get it. It's Thomas. Now I know he's not born in California, but
no,
he's so in that skit. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
So
he is.
He goes like, Paula's spending is so out of control, and she racked up a $900 spending bill, and then he explains online shopping. She puts a lot of stuff in the cart, and then it racks up, and then she puts in my credit card, and then the stuff appears in our house. Is like basically what he's trying to explain.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, is that how it works, Thomas? I had no idea.
And then he gives the reveal. There's no prenup. And
she's going to be on the mortgage.
Yep. Which is great. No?
Yeah, of course.
Let them be on the mortgage together. That's okay.
Yeah.
And then he says, it's like I'm sailing on a cruise ship.
About to hit an iceberg.
I can't even say it, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
a damning comment.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the metaphor you want to say. He's kind of spiraling, isn't he? He's flipping out, actually. I feel bad.
He's flipping out, yeah. I don't feel bad for him.
I know you don't. It's funny, I flipped on Thomas, too.
I don't.
Ever since his hometown visit.
Yeah.
It's like on The Bachelor, when you go to their hometowns, you're like, oh, that's what's going on here.
Why would he leave the Carolinas? He's got a nice dad. Why would he leave there?
Are you kidding? Is that a joke? Please tell me you're joking.
I'm joking.
Oh my God. Like, no, it totally explains everything. And he kind of found some control for himself in his apartment. It actually is his safe space.
It is.
And now it has been fucking invaded. It's a FUBAR situation.
Oh, it's big time. Wow.
Yeah.
He has been ambushed.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, I feel so bad for Thomas. Not really.
And then
in a way
I
do. In a way I do. I understand that's a safe space, but if you're not, never mind. I'm going to shut my mouth.
No. You can't never mind. You're on a podcast.
I know. I just don't understand why people say I have these doubts. Well, you know, fucking work them out, man. You know, go to a therapist, talk to that person, have doubts, pull a Mallorie and Rașit, go on a pontoon boat, go in the middle of a lake and work it out. You know, these friggin' things are not that hard. You know, just recently, someone was angry at their parent. So I just said to them, I said, all right, so you're pissed off at your mother. You know, it's not going to be the first time. It's not the last time. You know, these things happen. You work it out. You're looking at me like I'm nuts, but
no, I'm not looking at you like it's so obvious. I'm not
so
looking at you like you're nuts.
It's frustrating to me. Why, you know,
But it's like I think he's going to a therapist, and I think
you think Thomas is going to a therapist, paying for a therapist?
Yes. Oh, that's true. He's maybe getting free therapy, but he's gone to therapy. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
The way he talks,
maybe.
Yeah, I think.
You think he got the term deodorant auditor from a therapist?
No, I think it came from his little head. He totally is a funny guy. I think when he's relaxed, he's hilarious.
Yeah, I like the relaxed Thomas. When he's relaxed.
Yeah. So I do think he goes to therapy, and I think she does too. Actually, I got this job offer in Brazil to be a school counselor, and I was like, I don't know about the emotional counseling there. I'll do the full-on academic and emotional counseling if I'm not like the last person. You know, I want there to be like a school therapist, or I want the students to have access to therapy. In some countries, they don't. Like, there's just no good therapist in town, and I'm like the only therapist in town, and I'm not a therapist. So, and this principal in Brazil said, Oh, it's Brazil. Everyone has a therapist or 2 or 3.
Oh, wow.
They just need an extra person to talk to in addition to all the other therapists we even have on staff. Like,
that's great.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. That's funny. So yeah, I think Paula must have a therapist, and I think they may even go together. Yeah.
I could see them going together, yes, without question. And she's got her own.
So your prediction is they don't get married?
I think it's 50-50 with them.
You know what's cool about her is, like, even if they don't get married, she's not one of those who are going to be like, if I don't marry him, I have to, like, leave the States, or I'm going to I'm sorry, I'm so distracted by your dog. Is Emma okay?
Know. No, that's her. She's barking because she wants me to go take a nap with her.
Oh, it's so late. Oh, it's late for me, but it's not for you. It's afternoon.
No,
this is her
nap. This is her afternoon nap time. And if someone's home, usually I'm out doing errands at this time. So she's cuddled up in the bed on the couch by herself. But since I'm home and she hears me, she's like, come on, man, I want to lay next to you and we could have a snooze together.
I'm sorry, Emma.
Sorry, Emma, we're podcasting.
But what's cool about Paula is that, a lot of times, I say the foreigner, I don't know if that's the right term to use here, but, the person coming in on the 90-day visa, that person often is like, oh, I don't really want to be in America. Like season 8 with Yara, for example, right? Like, I don't want to be in America. I could go back to my own country.
Sure.
That's what she says. Okay. But Paula doesn't say that. Her narrative is different.
No. She wants to be here.
She's like, I love my life and my country, and I love American culture. Yeah. And maybe if this doesn't work out, I actually could see Paula staying in America, saying,
me too.
I got all the way here. I might as well live here a few years, or try it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could totally see that. So I like her a lot and her confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And
she's a very confident woman.
Yeah.
And very capable. Yeah. I think she would do well here.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Very likable, I think. Oh my gosh, Emma. I wonder I don't know if our listeners will hear Emma because it's like a background noise. But she really wants you to come in there. So let's finish up with Marissa and Edward. We're saving them for last, or I'm saving them for last because good grief. What are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts were, like I said earlier, as I was watching them, I was just had such a knot in my stomach looking at her face. And, I don't know if I could generalize. Everyone has had, I've had a couple of women in my life that I've dated who have had a face like that. And I'm like, it's,
you know that face.
I know that face. And growing up with a very strong mother, I'll leave it at that. I know that face. And what it told me is I think Marissa is dealing with a lot. And I don't mean
I was just gonna say, if you know that face, all right.
Yeah.
And
there's underlying reasons why you make faces like that. Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, you kind of stand by her. You like her. You see her. And so I wonder, when you see her making that face, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that she has these underlying reasons. I don't think she's really like that. When she makes those faces. Yeah, you're making a face at
I'm
me.
making a face right now.
You're making a
that
face.
is, look. You can't have psychosis here. She makes those faces, and that's who she is. She can also be a kind person in other ways.
Yeah.
But what we've seen of her at this evening, she's not very, she's being awful to him. Unreasonably. No?
Yeah, but let me ask you a question. So you have the understand. He kind of broke the rule, Edward, here, because they wanted to have. It was the 2-week thing that they had, that 2-week deal,
Right.
And she was going to profess that I want to move ahead with the marriage, and they wanted to keep it lighthearted. They spoke about it. They showed it. They wanted to have just a nice evening out. And he brought up this jealousy thing with the ex. So
what he brought up, according to Edward, is not that he brought up the ex necessarily, but that I have thoughts about this, but that he brought up his own feelings about his own jealousy in general. And how because that was one of the things on the list when they were at Cafe Maud and they wrote down on the napkin. The thing on his list to work on was his own jealousy that he needs to fix for himself, he said. And that's what he is articulating, trying to articulate, that he has fixed.
Yes. And I agree with you until he said, well, if you make a mistake and do something, it's your loss. So it's almost like a very snarky comment. So I think that's where he crossed the line a little bit.
So that was in last episode. But no, I don't think that was snarky, actually. I think what he actually was saying in that previous episode, which is like something like this, to paraphrase if I can remember.
Yeah.
He said, I was like thinking about this jealousy thing. And, if you in the future were to do something, like that is your loss. But the jealousy thing, like I can get over that because it's kind of like out of my control in a way, I guess is what he's saying.
Yeah.
And if you do go ahead and do something in extramaritally, then you do take on other lovers in a Katie way. Then, right, that's on you. Yeah, like he's separating what he can control and cannot control, and that's how he's managing his jealousy. I think it's super cool if she could let him get the words out. But now we're in the aftermath of that, and she is freaked out.
It's super cool, but was that the right time, place, and setting?
Okay, and that's her argument. That's her argument. It's not the right place.
Yes.
That does not justify her reaction. Her reaction was so disproportionate that I don't know if I've said this out loud or not, but this is my thoughts. I think that maybe they agreed that they wouldn't talk about this particular ex on camera, and he did. And that triggered her, and that's why she had to collect her thoughts. Because her reaction is so disproportionate to what he's saying that no one should react this way based on just bringing up this thing that they agreed to work on.
And listen, I know I'm Team Marissa, but I was upset with her watching this. Because at one point she starts crying and he offers her a napkin. She's like, I don't want a napkin, Edward. And like 5 seconds later, she picks up the napkin and she's dabbing
she picked up the napkin. That's
funny. She picked up the napkin.
I didn't notice that. That's hilarious.
I noticed it right away. So it's like, excuse my language. It's like, I'm really pissed off at you. Fuck you. Don't give me the napkin, but I'll take it myself.
I know. And even without even noticing that she picked up the napkin, I still was annoyed at her for being like all exasperated. I don't need a napkin, Edward. Like the way she talks to him, he's trying to help. He's just trying to make it right, because what we see is, she comes back from the bathroom and in her mind, it's like she can only see things from her point of view. She's like, I've composed myself and now I'm going to sit down. And then he's agitated. And of course he's agitated, right? Because of what has transpired. And she's like, hey, I've composed myself. So now you shouldn't be agitated.
Right. But what I'm trying to say is, okay, she took a time out, right?
Right.
She came back and he was pissed off that she did that. And he didn't think
he's stewing.
He's stewing, but he didn't think it warranted for her to take a time out.
And they're in the middle of a meal. So he's like eating and some of the food's still sitting there.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. Like they're in the middle of this meal. So he's like kind of stewing while she's cooling down.
Well, she's getting triggered left and right.
He doesn't know that she's cooling down. Like she can't see it from his perspective. She sits down. He's a little agitated. She flips out again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, come on.
Yeah,
No?
I was not happy with Marissa in this particular episode. I was not. Um, and as much as I see her, and I think I understand her from what I can tell, I just think she's dealing with. I just don't. I don't think in general the experiences that I've had with certain women who have these outbursts, they're dealing
But
with
that
they're dealing with other things, underlying
well,
things.
they are dealing with other things, of course, but we
Hmm.
all are. This isn't the right way to just because you're yes, I appreciate that you can see that she's dealing that she has underlying things. I think
Hmm.
that's I understand where you're coming from there, and she does. But when she says things like, "Don't like, I swear to God, Edward, if your attitude doesn't fucking change, I'm not going to speak to you at all." And
Yeah.
then he's like, "I don't like that." And then she's like, "I don't care if you don't like it." Like that kind of acting towards someone in a disproportionate manner,
Well,
even if
it
you have underlying what's funny is that I can excuse Thomas being Thomas based on seeing him with his family, but I can't excuse totally Marissa because she seems so mean and vicious.
so let me ask you.
Thomas
Yeah.
Thomas is not mean. Thomas has underlying issues with the family and
Mm.
everything, but doesn't come out mean and vicious, comes out whiny,
Yeah.
comes out in a
It's
different
different.
way
It
that
comes
it's
out in a different way.
easier for me not to
It's
excuse,
more
but
palpable.
yeah, this is but hang on. So you just
Yeah.
said something about women kind of acting in this women what did you say exactly?
Well, the
Because
women
there
that I've experienced.
okay, because you are alone, you're a lone wolf here because no one on the internet I don't know. Not that I'm on the internet that much. I need to be on more. Oh, we have Facebook now.
Yes, we do.
We need,
Reality in Laws, Facebook.
we would love for you to follow us. Be our friends. Be our
Yeah,
friends.
and tell us what you think.
Yeah, no, for sure. We're actually, it's so true because what I want to say is I'm not on the social media a lot, right? But from what I do see, you're like the only person who thinks that Marissa is wonderful,
Well, I
is a
didn't think she
nice
was. Well,
person.
I didn't think she
And
was wonderful here.
I think it relates to something about your experience with women. I will pass the conch to you now.
Oh, I get the talking stick now. Um,
Yes.
I'm not giving her a pass because I don't like that she's not dealing with certain things in her life. Um, if you want my honest opinion, I don't think
Yes.
she
Of
has any
course.
business. I don't think she has any business being in a relationship right now. To tell you the truth, I don't think she's emotionally, or physically or spiritually ready. Um, and I've seen that. I really don't.
Right.
Um, she's not doing the work for herself. I mean, I see her. She's opening up businesses. She's trying to do that kind of thing. She's being a mother, all of that stuff. But especially someone like Edward, who's actually, he seems like he's emotionally available. And I'm not saying he's a great person. I'm not saying he's the perfect person, but at least he's open and willing to talk about things. But he does have a jealous streak, and he has uh, I don't want to say an anger streak, but he gets angry. And I just think I'm getting off topic. I'm getting off topic and I apologize. I get very
No,
wound
are
up.
you?
I get wound up with about Marissa and Edward. Maybe what I'm trying to say is, first of all, I don't see them as a good match. I really don't. Um, but I
I
think
see
Marissa,
them potentially as a good match. Like they seemed like a good match. Like they could counterbalance each other, but
when
she just
things
now
are
comes,
good, when
she's
things
so
are good,
mean.
but
It's
when there's
her.
this is her when conflict arises. Now,
There's
let me put it. I want to say something else as a man. If now I've dealt with this, I've experienced it. A woman speaking to me in this way. And my first reaction is, what am I doing?
Okay.
It's borderline. It's first of all, it's disrespectful. And he could very well easily say to himself, I'm not going to, is this the person I'm marrying? Every time we get into a conflict or a fight, she's going to talk down to me. I don't know if I want this. I'm surprised he's not saying something like that. So I'm not really understanding why he's putting up with it.
It's fascinating. It's really interesting. First off, hearing you say that is, I know, it's quite meaningful in the context of this conversation, right? That to know what you would be thinking actually under those circumstances. And what may or may not distinguish your circumstances with his, right, is, she has said to her mom, and the whole mom thing, but she has said to her mom how, they talk about how they want him to push back at her. And then when he does, she doubles down and, it's like he really can't win. He's damned if he do, damned if he doesn't.
Can't. But what I'm trying to say is, I think if she really did the work for herself, I think she has the potential to be a good partner. Right now, I don't think she does. I don't think she does. I think she's got too many outside influences. She has too many scars. She has too many things going on in her own heart and mind.
In the words of the great prophet Rod, you don't marry potential.
You don't marry potential.
Drop my pen.
Yeah. You can't do that, because 9 times out of 10 studies show that. I was just told this morning, because I told Jen, I have a funny story for you. I said, Jen, according to the Gottman Institute, if you kiss someone goodbye or hello, and it's 6 seconds or more, it naturally increases your cortisol level.
Oh, so, okay. I've heard something like this.
So she looks at me, she goes, you and that goddamn Gottman Institute. And I'm like, well, but then.
Well, if you make out for 4 minutes, you and your goddamn 90-day fiance.
Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on Marissa. I wish I was almost like friends with her, where we could have like a cup of tea or coffee, and I could tell her, look, Marissa, what are you doing? You're actually honest, torturing yourself.
I could totally see even though I just said all the things I said, I could totally see being friends with her. There's something so relatable about her.
And but Jen too. Jen loves her because of she is a strong woman. She's taken care of herself. She became the COO of Kleinfeld's. That's no easy task.
She's mean. And she's like the friend who's going to storm off sometimes.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you something. I lose a lot of respect for people if you're in an argument and they just flee. It's cowardly.
Well, Marissa would say she had to collect her thoughts. That's, she did the right thing there.
Yeah. Well, she fled, but she came back. But pretty quickly, actually.
Yeah, who knows? They could have been at that restaurant for 5 hours.
I know. Well, those chicken wings were in front of Edward.
I noticed them, actually. And I don't even eat meat, but I'm like, whatever that is, that looks good right now.
Yeah, I know it did.
And I don't even eat that stuff. So funny. I know. God knows.
So I don't know. I would love to hear what people think of my take on Marissa. I would love to hear it.
I agree. Fascinating, Kappie. You're so interesting. So for the next week, and I don't always like look ahead at like the next week's stuff, but I thought I did this time. It's so good. Oh my gosh. I think it's going to be really good. We get Rașit getting a lap dance.
Yes, I know. We get Josh in drag.
Yes. And he's at his stag party in drag. And he says something like, I'm training for the married life.
Yeah.
Like not having an opinion or autonomy.
Oh,
I think he said.
I know. Oh, boy.
And then we have Mommy Belle looking great in her dress. The girls are around to prep her.
Uh-huh.
We have Marissa's mom calling the attorney.
Yeah.
Saying he's going to get 40% of your salary.
40% of your salary, yeah.
Oh, my God.
And her face was very telling. Mm-hmm. She's
going to have the best attorney. It's going to be lock solid, that prenup.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
And then we have a couple other things. We have Aisha doubling down on getting married. And Paula unsure.
Aisha knows what she's doing because she listens to God.
Well, she's the voice of God.
She's the voice of God.
You can't argue. You can't
she's the
argue.
prophetess.
Why the fuck are they trying to argue with her? They know her. This aunt has known her since she was born or whatever.
Yeah.
Is trying to argue with her.
Just
let her get married.
Just let her get married. Let her be. I mean, she's 38 years old, so I'm sure for 38 years she's been like this. Why argue with someone that you can't argue with?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let it be.
There you go. There you have it.
Well, I'd like to thank all the listeners out there. We're Reality In-Laws. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. You could find us on heck, just type in Reality In-Laws on your Googler, as my wife calls it. And you'll find us. You could find us anywhere. We would love to hear your comments. I want people to comment and tell me how you think I handle the Marissa situation, any situation, what Melissa says, everything. So let us have it. But thank you so much. And they will. Yeah, especially you, Mom.
Oh, she always sends a text with, she's got things to say.
I love it.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
All right, bro. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Have a great day.